Thought I'd do this song for just to see if I could do it. Worried man with a worried mind, no one in front of me, nothing behind. There's a woman on my lap drinking champagne. Got white skin and assassin eyes. I'm looking up into those sapphire tinted skies. I'm well dressed, oh, but waiting on the last train. Standing on the gallows with my head in a noose, expecting any minute for all hell to break loose. People are crazy, times are strange. I'm locked in tight, I'm out of range. I used to care, but things have changed. This place ain't doing me any good. I'm in the wrong town. I should be in Hollywood. Just for a second there, I thought I saw something move. Gonna take dancing lessons to the jitterbug rag. Ain't no shortcuts, gonna dress and drag. Only fool in here would think he got anything else to prove. Lot of water under the bridge. Lot of other stuff too. Don't get up, gentlemen, I'm only passing through. Oh, people are crazy, times are strange. I'm locked in tight, I'm out of range. Used to care, oh, but things have changed. Been walking 40 miles of bad road. The Bible is right, the world will explode. I'm trying to get as far away from myself as I can. Oh, some things are too hot to touch. The human mind can only stand so much. You can't win with a losing hand. Feel like falling in love with the first woman I meet. Put her in a wheelbarrow, wheeling her down the street. All people are crazy and times are strange. I'm locked in tight, I'm out of range. I used to care. Oh, things have changed. I hurt easy, I just don't show it. You can hurt someone and not even know it. Next 60 seconds could be like an eternity. I'm going to get down low, going to fly high. Truth in the world adds up to one big lie. I'm in love with a woman who don't even appeal to me. Mr. Jinx and Miss Lucy, they jumped into the lake. I'm not that eager to make a mistake. strange, I'm locked in tight, I'm out of range. I used to care. Oh, but things have changed. Something like that. Good old Bob Dylan. Mr. Jinx and Miss Lucy. Well, you came, Boris Johnson. Jumped into the pond. Or the lake. Yeah, okay. So much in this song that speaks about what's going on today. And so apropos for today and what's happening. And he also does another wonderful song. It's if I can get to it, I can share it with you. Let's see. I'll put in his name here. Dylan. Shelter from the Storm. And I think that song was done or performed many times in the 70s, and I saw that concert. And I believe it was 1972. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, if I can find it. So many songs that Dylan has done has been just so apropos, especially Murder Most Foul. That was just unbelievable song. And just, you know, this doesn't really talk about directly, okay, the politics, but Murder Most Foul does, but not Shelter from the Storm. In a way it does, and it's just so many things correlate with what's going on right now, and with, you know, these drops. And I'm looking back at these songs and I'm like, whoa, what's this, you know? It makes me question, you know, in let's see, I don't think this is, yeah, regular tuning, okay. Of course, I do mine in 432 hertz, my guitar tuning pitch, because the 440 was forced upon us by the Nazis, okay? And it makes you agitated, where the 432 is more in a perfect harmony with the earth. And everybody used to tune their instruments to that tuning. So anyway, let's see. in another lifetime, one of toil and blood. Blackness was a virtue, the road was full of mud. Came in from the wilderness, creature void of form. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Right? If I pass this way again, you can rest assured I'll always do my best for her. On that I give my word. In a world of steel-eyed, desert men fighting to be warm. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Anyway, something like that. And it goes on, and it, you can play it in different ways, but that was just a simple transposed way of playing it. Let's see. Played all different ways, So anyway, that was a simple, dirty down way of doing it. Yeah, so I was listening to a video in regards to a gentleman who had bumped into Bob Dylan and George Harrison. Part of his job, because he worked for an A&M Records. And one of the things that we all are concerned about is not just our generation, but the next generation. And, Bob was concerned at that moment, is his songs reaching other generations? Is it continuing? And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, you realize how many generations just love your music. And it's not, when I first listened to Bob, I did not like his voice. And I thought, I came from a sort of a Christian gospel, Elvis. Of course, I listened to all kinds of music, growing up. But man, did he grow on me quickly. And it was the words, the lyrics just resonated with my soul. Because his words, his intent, and his lyrics were what is important. And I think all the music and the atmosphere and everything, and that's like the icing on the cake. But the ingredients of the cake are the words, and we know that the word, was spoken and existence came into being, and the word was with God, and Christ is the word. So even when you yawn, and you're breathing in God, you're breathing in the Holy Spirit, you're breathing in God's name and letting it out. That's the word resonated, with my heart. So if you ever catch this, Bob, I sincerely mean that. And my two boys that I was helping to raise, just loved you. And I was trying to understand them more. And then because of their love for you, then, I definitely warmed right up to you and all of your songs ever since then. And of course that led me down the road to Woody Guthrie, Arlo Guthrie, all of the folk singers and everything, and then all the the pop and stuff like that. So I really learned a lot. Anyway, not a whole lot going on, just people waiting for the the weekend. I don't know if something's gonna pop. It certainly feels like it. Okay. one of the things that I was, thinking of is how are we as people who believe in this movement, who believe in God, who know what's going on in the world, what's happening around all of these distractions, who've gotten out of the matrix, who are living on the world but are not in the world, okay, not involved. They are, the light, they're holding the light, they're shining the light, they're shining the way, they're doing their best for themselves, their families, their loved ones, their neighbors, and they're observing, and they stand out, they're different. So anyway, how are we going to get this world ready without spot and wrinkle, as Bo Polney was, bringing up? I've been asking the same question myself. And, if the angel of death is in the world right now, those who are believers are sealed in the forehead and the heart, okay? So the angel of death will pass over you, as he did in Egypt, okay? And the angel of death has been on the earth many times before that God has sent him. He also took out an army in Syria and all of the firstborn in Egypt and so forth. There's 4 or 5 times that he's been on the earth, and he's here now, according to Bo Polney. So I thought, okay, well, if we're sealed in the heart, we're keeping ourselves observant, watching. We know that devious, deranged person who's in charge of all this evil, is being taken care of, and the demons and everything. The thing that we have to do is pray these things, and there are going to be hard times coming, but pray that you're prepared, that you don't have to suffer that. The world will. You will have to go through it with them. But pray, to ask God to help you to, how do you navigate? How do you manage this time period? What do you do to get ready? And we're, according to some, not in the tribulation. Some are saying we're just up to it, and then it's going to happen. Nobody knows, but you just have to be prepared. We're told that this is going to be a fantastic year. Well, so far, if you're in the world, you're thinking, no, it's not. But if you're not, then you know that certain things are happening behind the scenes that are like dams and tunnels, being taken care of. Trafficked children and people are being taken care of. Evil is being taken out. Those people who perpetrate that type of crime and criminal activity are being taken care of. And there's been flights, going to here in Iceland, and from Ireland to Iceland to, if you look at Monkey Works and so forth, and there's people who are gone that we thought are gone, and they're not. Okay, they're actually here, and those kinds of things will be revealed in their own time. Okay. The world is seeing, even the people who are asleep, who just don't get it, who don't know how to do it, who are believing, that their way of thinking is still good, like, liberals and Dems. But now they're questioning, and they're like, what is going on, and why is this person doing this, and why is this happening? And they're questioning. So those of us who are within the body of the Lord are trying to remain joyful and controlled and at peace. It's like knowing how to take care of yourself, not being afraid of anyone. And it gives you a sort of a self-confidence in yourself, knowing that you can handle yourself in any situation. It gives you peace of mind and a faithfulness, and you know that you stand on the rock, okay? And that's what you have to do, okay? When God says, I want you to have life and I want you to have it abundantly, I want you to have better than what you've had, you must believe that his word and what he says is true. Otherwise, what are you doing, you know? Why are you being all wishy-washy? Have complete faith and know that it will happen, and just trust it. It's like, you know you have something and you put it away, you're not using it because you don't need it just yet. But when you do, you know it's there, and it's kind of like having God, you know, on your side. You know he's there when it's needed. A bunch of Dutch farmers announced the largest demonstration in history at The Hague on March 11th. The organizers expected more than 100,000 people, more than 5,000 tractors to show up. Okay, so there's a, oh gosh, I just love animals. Animals just, you know, when they know that you've helped them, and they know that you were there for them, the love that you get back from an animal is beyond measure. It's priceless. Those are the images and things I'm taking with me as well. Mount Rainier is showing a weird, I lived in Seattle for 2 years, shadow, this is just so strange. I've never seen this. That's Mount Rainier in the sky. Look at that sky. Oh, that's just something else. Kind of old school right there. Casting a shadow, low altitude cloud deck above Puyallup, Washington. I forgot how to say that. Puyallup. Puyallup. Oh, I forgot. Anyway, so a lot of the people who've been perpetrating evil are going to, you know, be facing the music soon, okay? And we're seeing now, right now, their agenda. That's why we've had to go through these 2 years, because we're actually seeing their agenda. I mean, look at the, you know, last Grammys, you know, look what happened there, and how Pfizer's, you know, oh, we sponsored the whole thing, we didn't sponsor that, you know. And I'm sure they've been getting calls and people just, you know, left and right leaving. Speaking of leaving, Project Veritas, if you have their app, get out of it, because James O'Keefe is Project Veritas. So what they're doing to him now, try to support him if you can. The agenda of these pedophiles that have wormed their way into every organization, including the LGBT, they stock libraries with their filth, okay? They have all kinds of grooming books for kids in, you know, bookstores, libraries. They promote the drag queen story time, which is just a grooming tool. They promote gender fluidity, okay, to children, and confusing them even more so, that they're not ready for that kind of decision making. Parents, you know, gosh. They introduce porn literacy. They push the queer curriculum. You cannot mutilate your body that God gave you. You know, you want to play dress up and whatever, okay, but you're either a male or you're a female. That's it, because the rest is chemicals. Okay, you know, and you have to do it for life. Okay, oh, you think you can? You know, you wait for even a year, and you'll realize what a mistake you made. And so many have realized that they made a huge mistake. Okay, so don't do it. Don't do it. Just really, don't do it. You're confusing kids with mixed bathrooms and so forth, and it's sickening, and it's got to stop. It's just got to stop. And we have to depend upon the rock, Jesus, a God, the Holy Spirit. That's it. Nobody else. Yes, we know that certain people are working in the background and doing the best they can, but they also depend upon the same. And even Trump has pointed up, who's most important? God, Jesus, reminding us that he's not, but God is, okay? And you have to keep that into your head. And humanity's in an induced coma state. It's got to be woken up. So, people are being taken to, the GITMO, all right? That's where they're going. All over the place. And all the different places that they have them. And we're not privy to knowing everything. So we will look at what's going on with, with the Super Bowl and possible BLACK out. All right, we'll see what's going on. A lot of our musicians have been trying to warn us and tell us, what's been going on, and not getting themselves in trouble to where they are stopped from doing their music and getting the word out. And a lot of other people have been trying to help them and have been. So we're here to be supportive of each other, to love each other, to help in when we may have a problem or some sort of heavy burden that we need to, talk to somebody else who believes in God and would understand, Because when you look at me and I look at you, I see Christ in you and you see Christ in me, and he's right in there. He's in your DNA, okay? He's right in your DNA. He's there. Just ask him to come out, He's right there. And everybody you meet, just be joyful, because you're talking to yourself, Be good to yourself. Be good to your neighbors. Care about their well-being. How you faring? How's things going? So anyway, I'm hoping that you're having a beautiful weekend. Just know that I love you and care about you. Hope you enjoy the music. just a lot of interesting things going on Telegram. Just looking at how our world got changed so badly, and how we don't even know what our you know true nature is. When you have liquefaction going on even in the world, the whole landscape can change. It can just drift, okay, like water, right? And those who win the war write the history of what's going on, but even God can change things, change the whole landscape if he wants to. So there used to be a grove of trees over here, it could be way over there now, or completely gone for that matter. Just interesting stuff going on right now. Just so the birds, the animals, just really we're going to have a revival in the United States if it isn't already happening, and I believe it is. There's going to be a move of the Holy Spirit across the nation because people are starting to wake up and question. Things aren't right. People are crazy. Times have changed. Certainly have, Mr. Dylan. Thank you very much for that song. And we're going to see very shortly, this year, I believe, Jubilee, wonderful things, happening. And, the guys who are working behind the scenes, they've got this, and God's got your back. Okay? Love you very much. Ta-ta.